Hello viewers, this is Just Fake Network TV, a place where you can get the latest information about Nigerian news. For those who subscribe, I want to say a big thank you to every one of you. We'll say God bless you, and if you're yet to do so, please kindly press the subscription button below. And now the news in details. Grant Nnamdi Kanu presidential pardon. Attend father's burial, Ohanaeze tells Buhari. Ohanaeze in the Youth Council Worldwide, OYC, on Friday urged President Muhammadu Buhari to grant indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu presidential pardon and allow him entry into the country to attend his parents' burial. President General Okechukwu Iziguzoro and Secretary Okwa Nnabueke made the recommendation in a joint statement. Mr. Kanu has been on self-exile since 2017 when the army invaded his Umuahia country home during Operation Python Dance. His parents, who died last year, are to be buried next weekend. His father, Eze Kanu, was until his death the traditional ruler of the Afaraoko community, Umuahia, Abia State. There have been reports of military presence around the community since the announcement of the late Kanu's burial. But Ohanaeze youth expressed worry over reports of the continued presence of the army in the area and called for their withdrawal. The group said such presence of the military could further damage the image of the Buhari administration in the eyes of the international community. They said Ohanaeze in the Youth Council Worldwide is worried about the military presence at Kanu's village, Afaraoko, Umuahia, Abia State, few days to the burial of HRM Eze Kanu and his wife. We appeal to President Muhammadu Buhari to consider the international damage it will cause to the reputation and image of Nigeria to the outside world. As the international community are watching keenly to see if there will be any form of human rights violations and abuses by Nigerian military before and during and after the burial rites of the Igbo paramount ruler and his wife by next weekend. OYC insists there is no need for any provocative action promoting violence by Nigerian military before, during and after the burial of HRM Eze Kanu because Abia State is calm and secure. Buhari should pull out the military and accord the last respect for the late king by granting permission and presidential pardon to Nnamdi Kanu to return and bury his parents according to Igbo tradition and culture. OYC also urged the president to attend or send a delegation to the burial of the IPOB leader's late parent. There is nothing amiss if President Muhammadu Buhari in person or through a high-power delegation attend and send condolence message to the people of Afaraoko Umuahia on the demise of their paramount ruler, HRM Eze Kanu and his wife. Such presidential gesture will portray him as a good father of the nation, irrespective of the self-evident IPOB stance on self-determination and fight against injustice meted out against Igbos since after Biafran War civil 50 years ago. The group said such gesture as a presidential pardon to Nnamdi Kanu, release of other Biafran agitators in detention and sending delegation to the burial will be applauded by both the international community and Nigerians at home, and we attract more respect for President Muhammadu Buhari and the same way as the presidential gesture granted to late MKO Abiola. OYC opened that such gesture will also go a long way in giving Igbo a sense of belonging and restore their confidence in the Buhari administration. The group commended Governor Ohanaeze for agreeing to construct the road leading to the community to make access to the community easy during the burial. They also called on other Southeast governors to help in rebuilding the palace of the late monarch. OYC salutes Governor Ohanaeze Ikpeazu for the kind gesture granted to the Afara Okuhumahia community through the appeal made by the President General and the Prime Minister of the community for a solid road construction for the community in preparation for the late paramount ruler ссР1ÁL Eze Kanu and his wife burial. OYC urged other Southeast governors to rebuild the palace destroyed during the Operation Python dance. The Apex Igbo Sociocultural Youth Group further urged members of IPOB and other pro-Biafran group to comport themselves during the burial to make it a itch-free and peaceful event. We urge Biafran agitator to slow down on any action that might attract negative story during the burial. There should be no display of Biafran flags and uniform, protest and other things that might give security agents the impetus to wade in and wreak havoc during the burial. OYC consoles Ndigbo and Kanu family on the demise of the paramount ruler ssR1ÁL Eze Kanu and his wife. May God grant them the fortitude to bear his irreplaceable loss, the group concluded. Wow, so what I would like to say is that at least upon all these things that is happening right now, Buhari should just give Nnamdi Kanu the permission for him to bury his parents. We are talking about parents here, trust me. Parents is so important. So I see no reason why the government should not allow this man to come and bury his parents. And even to spoil the matter, they are using police all around the community. It's just so unfair. I don't know why Nigerian government is actually treating this guy like this, because Nnamdi Kanu is actually working for the success of Biafran agitator. Let's just look at it like that. You know, it's just so, I feel for Nnamdi Kanu. I feel for him. And I think that the president should accept the pardon and allow this man to bury his parents. So to me, I feel that the government should allow this man to come back home without any intruder, without any hindrance. Let him come back home and pay his last respect for his parents. We are talking about parents, for God's sake, here. I don't know why our government is doing like this. You know, Biafrans are fighting for their rights, of course, as we all know that. They are fighting for freedom. And I feel that the government should give them the freedom they want. And now, looking at it this way now, they surrounded the community with soldiers. Why? For what? Why would they do that? Kanu is not a thief. Kanu is not a criminal. Why are they surrounding the environment with soldiers? This man is actually fighting for human rights. This one is fighting for what belongs to them. They are fighting for their freedom. And the government should just please give them the freedom they want. That's what I can say about it. And you know, somebody lost a whole parent. A whole parent is not one. And now, he can't even come back home to pay his last respect for his parents. That is not good enough. That is not good enough. And now, the meaning of the soldiers they have is just, they are trying to target this man. They are targeting him. And that is not good. They should free this man. This man is fighting for human rights. I don't know why our government is doing like this. And somebody said that OYC, it is better for Kanu not to see the last end of his father, so that he will realize that Nigeria is not what he is thinking about. This person doesn't really make sense, because why would this person say such a statement? Why? Some people will just try to talk anyhow without thinking deeply before saying it out. We are talking about parents here. We are talking about parents, of course. You know. So guys, what do you think? Because now Ohanaeze, they are pleading on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu for him to show his last respect to his parents. So guys, Kindly drop your comments at the comment section. For those who subscribe, I want to say a big thank you to every one of you